Brent, it is good to see you again. I got myself caught up on a call, so I am the reason why we're late. So to everybody who's listening to this and joining us, sorry we're late, and welcome back.
And welcome back. And it's we're 30 minutes late anyways, but it's the only day we're going to be 30 minutes late.
The
So
only day.
1 or 2 minutes extra lateness isn't going to matter.
Well, we also learned something this morning. What did we learn?
Well, I don't know. What did we learn?
That the link doesn't persist. So I have to get you a new link, at least. And
Well, okay. Yeah. It could have been me. I lost internet connection, like briefly, apparently. That's what happened. And I couldn't get back in. And then I'm like, well, geez, I'll try again and just see. And then it worked. So
the original one or the one I texted you?
the one you emailed me ended up working. And then we're in the one that you just texted me. So
okay.
All right. So it works. So I hooked up my other microphone. I don't know if it's sounding any different, any better, any worse. But I've got new audio this morning. So for those of you who aren't used to how we do this, is we go live and we learn as we go. We build this we build this ship while we're flying it. So it's how I've always done things, and it's how we're doing this too. So if you got complaints, send them to the complaint department.
How do you get to the complaint department?
you go to you go to LinkedIn and you look for us and you send us an email. I don't know. Maybe I need another cup of coffee to kind of get fired up for this morning, but who knows?
Well, we're going to test a little bit here too. I'm going to work on my producer skills.
Right, there you go.
We were testing yesterday, so we tested with. We also tested with Descript, and found that the audio, it was picking up a little bit of an echo. I don't know if that would happen now with your updated mic. But yeah, we're going to keep testing, and if you've got recommendations for us, let us know in the comments. And I got the live comment letting us know from a recommendation or even complaint perspective is a good place. We'll share this stuff publicly as we go through it. I went to the Islanders Knights game last week with Sean, tied to being out there at Devlorn like we talked about yesterday. And whenever the opposing team had to go to the penalty box, they yell shame, or they chant shame and point at the player on the ice. Shame. And we're here for you to shame us for any complaints that you have. There you go. That's the tie-in.
Yeah, we're just all here to learn together. So that's typically how I roll with this kind of stuff anyways. So if we're learning, that means you're learning. And if you're learning, give us a shout out. Tell us what you learned. At the end, give us comments on the LinkedIn thing as we're going forward and trying to figure this thing out as we go. So it's a new time. We're post Devlin. Is there anything else we needed to follow up on from yesterday that we left hanging? I'm trying to think if there was more.
Not from my perspective.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I had some good conversations yesterday. There was a few people that reached out and said they were excited to see the live streams up again and looking forward to it. And as soon as we decide on a name and get things a little bit more dialed in, we'll get Sam Rogers to give us a theme song. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, my gut reaction was, let me just come up with something really fast and I'll send it to you so we can have a theme song. But I'm like, no, I'm going to be a little bit more reserved this time around. And I'm not just going to jump in. So
like I did with the cover art that we used for this, our thumbnail. Have you seen the thumbnail yet? Have you noticed it yet?
No, it's not showing up for me.
Yeah. So it'll show up when we schedule the live session. And that's one of the other things I've got to kind of figure out is how the scheduling of live sessions with Restream works.
Okay.
It's very, you'll see it's very simple. It's both of us with our arms crossed in a blue background. So
Perfect.
it has no words, just us. For
I
right
didn't
now.
realize it was a thumbnail. I saw the, I think I saw the post, or I saw the picture of the two of us, the headline thing or whatever, which was really good, really good. So, um, anyways, we do need a theme for today, though. Um, had some folks reach out yesterday. We had so good positive feedback. We're going to keep this going. 6:30 is different today, but it's going to be 6 a.m. Arizona time going forward from here. So it's good for our UK folks, our EU viewers. Well, happy for them. Not so good for other West Coast people that aren't early morning risers. Good for East Coast folks. Because I guess it's 5 a.m. or 5:30 today for California Pacific time. So we lose those folks, but catch the replay unless you're waking up early. So do we jump right into the topic that everybody's talking about? How do we deal with AI?
I think it's a good way to start. Why not?
And give some feedback on it. Actually, what I thought we would do, this was a thought I had, was like, hey, we've got this AI thing. We should probably just like use it and say, this is a really stupid thing I did when AI first came out. I did basically what I would do search in a search window. I'd say, um, what's today's news in XYZ and see what happens. But it's fun because I use Gemini, so I can say, tell me today's news about learning.
You doing this live right now?
Oh
Why don't you
yeah,
hit the
and
share
development.
button? Let's show everybody else.
Oh, I don't want everybody to see I don't want everybody to see the magic and steal this fantastic idea. Come on, this is like proprietary. This is hot stuff. All right. So we've got 3 hot topics we could choose from. The AI revolution in learning, upskilling and reskilling as a business imperative, and learning in the flow of work. It even gives it an acronym, LIFOW, LIFOW. Have you seen anybody use an acronym for that?
I have not. But learning in workflows are very good, very interesting one for me. How's the and I was serious, like we should share. Why
Okay, I'm gonna share. I'll share.
I think this is part of
Makes for a better visual,
well,
right?
and we'll see. We'll test my production capability as we kind of work our way through this. But
Yeah. Well, it's okay. So yeah, because I'm new to
did you see it?
Restream, right? Everybody knows I used to use Crowdcast. Well, not everybody knows, but hey, I used to use Crowdcast. And if you're into using those types of tools for this kind of stuff, Crowdcast is awesome. So, all right, this says press H. Let me see if H works. Wow, look at that. H does work as a quick thing. So here we'll grab the Gemini tab. I will click share.
All right, and I will add it to the scene, and then let's see what we can do to.
Can you like crop? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say crop it down and just show that so people can read it because that's tiny. Well, it's tiny on my screen. I suppose if anybody's watching is full screen.
How about if you hit Command or Control plus and increase the zoom? Will that work for you on your side?
Oh, I mean, I could. Yeah, I could. Command.
We told you this was going to be live, and we told you we were going to work through stuff live. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Nice work. Let's see that. Yeah.
It seems to be cutting off on the edge. Maybe it's because
I'm gonna see what I can do to move some things around here a little bit.
Scoot that guy over. But anyways, so here was the first thing. Everybody want to see my prompt? It's totally lame. Oh, if we scoot it over, or I suppose I could scoot it over. I could scoot my screen. Let me see if that does it. If I just scoot this. Does that move? Oh no, because it's grabbing the tab. So I can't move the tab.
There
Oh,
we
here,
go.
let's do this. Here, I'll close this. Collapse the menu. Did that help?
Yeah. So everybody who's watching, you're seeing Brent and I figure this stuff out live, which is why we're talking about working out loud. And we will probably get to a point where old men scream at clouds
Yes, and
too while we're going
it is
through this.
another topic we will talk about. It's our favorite. So tell me today's news about learning and development. So I love the positive reinforcement I get from Gemini. That's a great question. Always makes me feel good. So, okay, so the AI revolution in learning, upskilling and reskilling as a business imperative, and learning in the flow of work. Our friends Bob Mosier and Conrad Gottfredson would be very, very excited about number 3, knowing that that is totally their jam. So we'll give them a quick shout out. If you're new to the learning and development world, the 5 moments of need, you should look into it. Buy the book, follow up with those guys, check out their website, get connected. For sure. So, okay, so just in time and micro learning. Companies are embedding learning within daily work tasks. And I know some of you might be saying, well, yeah, duh. What did we used to call this, Mike?
I don't remember. What did we used to call it?
Performance support.
Oh, performance support. Thank you. See, this is the joy of doing this thing at 6:00 or 6:30 today
Right.
in the
Hey,
morning.
brain's just
So
now.
just in time performance support. Yep.
Yeah. So, everybody knew this was coming. And this is why I think an underlying theme or a foundational theme that we just need to keep driving home for people is, hey, we've been here before. The AI thing, hey, it's real and there's change happening, but you don't need to freak out. You just need to embrace it and just accept the fact that there are those of us who have been doing this for a while, and we've encountered some technology shifts in the past, and we all survived them. And there are some things, actually, all the things related to the people doing the work that don't change. It doesn't matter what the new technology shift is. And I know some of you will argue that, but we've been here before. We've watched the people we serve, the employees in the companies that we train, go through these tech shifts, be scared, be excited, all of the different things. And it is not, it just is. Let's just put it that way. And I want to be around to help people get through this. So
on the technology side though, or like from an adoption curve perspective, what has changed? Like, what are some of the things that have changed significantly in the last, let's say, 20 years?
Well, let's see. Last 20 years, you're going to make me do math. I think so. I can maybe go back a little bit further, embarrassingly. Sure. And some of the conversations that I've heard from my colleagues and friends in the industry have been around like when computers first came into the office space. I think that's the biggest one. And then there is the technology shift that is the general thing that occurs that forces everybody to shift and everybody to change in what they do. And then there are the things that impact us specifically about that or about something else new. So we've, we went from computer-based training to web-based training, and then we went to e-learning, and then mobile learning came on, and then social learning came on, and then all of the technologies that shifted and were exciting for people in general, just tag learning on the end of it. And we tried to embrace it, and it changed a lot of things for a lot of people. AI is no different. I haven't heard anybody like do little a, little I, big L learning, and try to coin that yet, but it's coming. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to call it AI learning. I feel it in my bones. Somebody's going to think that's a killer marketing idea. And I say, hey, you go for it. You do that thing. And we're here for it.
I wonder, and this is one of those ways that I'm going to use cues to help like cut into Brent periodically. In addition to like the nonverbal stuff, I'm gonna just change the screen here every once in a while, and he'll see this pop up. And again, we're working together. This is the first time Brent and I've done a daily show. It's not the first daily show that Brent has done, so he's going to help me kind of earn my wings
It's
throughout
a
this
teaching
process.
moment. You're going to become the greatest live producer of all time.
It is. We'll see about that. The one of the things that has been rattling around in my head related to this is the speed and access to information
Yeah.
is
Okay.
one of the big things that's changed really in the last we could say last 20 years. It might be a little bit later than that, but I used to walk around with I had a Trio way back when. I had
Yeah, me too.
I had a compact iPack way back when. So these were like bigger form handheld devices. Not, these predate the iPhone.
Yeah.
It wasn't the iPhone wasn't the first time that you could see things in a relatively high definition display and be able to do work not only with your hands but work in your hands, kind of thing. And then the iPhone launches and things shift and change, and a lot of people will look at that as a pivotal shift in the market and um how these devices started working. But think about where we were then and what you had access to versus where we are now and what we all have access to. You
Right.
can go to your platform of choice, wherever you're watching this, whether it's on LinkedIn today or YouTube, you can you've got access through search to find just about anything you want. And biases are real. So you can go in and find things that will reinforce your belief really, really quickly and talk about, hey, why AI is going to be the end of the world and why AI is going to be the next evolution of the world. Like any of those things you can
Yeah.
find. So you've got to work through more noise than you've ever had to work through. While at the same time, when we talk about the things that are impacting technology and learning, we're still talking about the same stuff,
Yeah.
performance support or just in time. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
How we learn has not changed. I mean, this is the part that has kind of driven me nuts over the last 20 years or more, has been the semantics. And I've written a lot about it. I'm continuing to write about it, and it will probably end up in a book. But it drives me nuts that every time a new technology comes out, people will say the phrase, "This is going to change how we learn," or the New York Times, or some big mainstream media article always comes out, learning changed forever and blah blah blah, and it's like, no. uh Content delivery has changed, content consumption, and to your point, access to that knowledge and to experiences, uh, and it has changed. How this this thing that everybody has sitting on their shoulders does what it does, and the learning that we're going to use the word learning to describe that hasn't changed. And I know people are going to come on. They're going to, oh no, there's scientific fact that says people engage in there's MRIs of people's brains or whatever, CT scans of people's brains, and it's all firing off differently and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, maybe because engaging with that new media at the volume that you have, forcing you to sort through the bias and the junk and the noise, maybe it's just triggering off different parts of the brain. And is it? And I'm no neuroscientist, so maybe are a few of those things changing because everything kind of dynamic up in your head? Yeah, sure, I'll buy that. And but in general, I don't subscribe to the fact that how we learn, the behavioral aspects of it, all of that kind of stuff has really changed all that much. So
where do feedback loops play a role in learning?
Spaced repetition. I mean, that's at least that's the first thing that pops into my brain, right? If you don't apply the thing that you've just consumed, if you don't use it, if you don't force your brain to re-access that piece of information, it does disappear. Like literally your brain says, this new piece of information is not useful. I'm going to shuffle it off and put the next thing in its place, and it doesn't become a thing, right? And you don't remember it. It doesn't get pushed. Again, folks, I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't even play one on TV, just on a silly live stream every day. But that is my understanding. And as always, the caveat to these live streams, and to me personally, for those of you that know me know this, but maybe some of you don't, I am always open to the conversation to be proven wrong. So have at it. Come at me.
So let's get back into the tech, because we got to wrap up. We got about 5 more minutes here. Like what was the initial prompt that you put in?
Oh, the initial prompt was very silly, and I'm sure somebody will tell me exactly how to be a little bit more efficient at it and not use as many tokens. Tell me today's news about learning and development. And it'll be interesting to see if this comes up tomorrow too, or how often these same 3 things, because this isn't really like news. This is just kind of like, I'm guessing it went out and it scanned what most people are talking about and said, hey, here's 3 kind of general topics.
Yeah.
Well, here, let's see what
this would be good. That'll be a good test. Let's test that. Let's add that to the list of things that we're going to test for the next couple of days as we go through. We're just going to prompt this same prompt and see how it changes without anything else.
Okay. We'll copy, we'll do the thing. But I will say, just to kind of throw it out there, this tracks with where I've seen conversations in our industry be currently. This totally tracks. It is it's what was hot at DevLearn. It's what the latest books that have been coming out. Corrine Pagano released her book on the skills imperative. I can't remember exactly the name of her book. Josh Cavalier launched his book. They both had a book launch, which was super fun. And his was on AI. And so they, literally both of these are in this list. And then learning in the flow of work has been a conversation for a long time, but a lot of people are just picking it up. And I think AI enhances this conversation. So despite learning in the flow of work has been in our lexicon for a long time and been something that we talk about for a long time, and have talked about for a long time, it's taken on different forms, different names, different things that we've done, and AI has just made it way easier in a lot of different ways. And I don't want us to run out of time, but we can talk about that too, as far as all the different things.
Yeah, I think the tests are running this each day just to see what the updates are, to see if there's any, because these are broad pieces that back in the day at SmartForce, we're talking about it, whether it was the the performance support aspect, or it was the importance of um, you helping people do specific work in workflow. It's kind of funny. We could play a Mad Libs game and take those three topics and then just replace AI with whatever the soup du jour was. And
You
it's
know what's hilarious? I had a great conversation yesterday with Heidi Fisk, who's been around for a long time and taught me how to produce DevLearn. And she was saying the same thing, that they used to literally wait. They knew exactly what the phrasing, what the marketing was going to be, and it was just like insert the new tech. And every time new tech came out, they knew exactly what the headlines were going to be. They could anticipate it every single time. So yeah, it's real.
it is a real thing. Brent, I'm looking forward to carrying on this thing on as we go, as we do this from a daily perspective. I can't wait to start to hear and see some of the real time feedback as we test new tech, as we um, adapt to what's happening from a daily perspective in communication. We help people um, do the thing that we're really working on doing, which is perform better in the workplace, do meaningful work, make an impact on the folks around you,
Yep.
not just talk about it.
Yes, and I totally agree. And I think what we're going to do, I want people to be able to come to these live streams and relax and to have these conversations and to not be freaked out. If you're looking for a job or whatever, hang out with us. Maybe we can help. Throw some questions in the chat, whatever. Always know that we come at this with intentions of helping overall, and we want to help everybody navigate through this change. Again, we've been through it before. We know what it's like. We know what it feels like, and we know the things we need to do to get us being productive and useful. So if you need that help as a business or as an individual, let us know. And if there's a specific topic you'd like us to address, pop those in the comments too, so we can help you that way and help everybody in general. Mike, how do people reach you?
You can find your catalyst at findmycatalyst.com. Leadership, culture, revenue, execution, looking for something around that area. That is the best place to go. How about you, Brent?
Hit me up on LinkedIn. That's the where you'll see this. Find that. My name's right there, listed right under me. Schlenker's easy to spell. There's probably not too many on LinkedIn. Haven't looked lately, but yeah, hit me up there. And yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow morning, except tomorrow morning we'll be on time, regular time, 6 a.m. Good to go.
Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you tomorrow.